Hello and welcome to another episode of the Other Ranting Atheist. Yes, I'm not the only one out there, and I'm really happy about that. So, what would I be ranting about today? Well, I was listening to a street preacher yesterday. Uh, the channel name is called Road Less Traveled, and he has a video live yesterday where he was talking about abortion. And there's a clip that I want to play and then react to it really quickly. So, here it goes.
And what about the sanctity of human life? That which is created in the image of God. The Bible, the Word of God, he says, I killeth and I maketh alive. It is God that kills, it is God that gives life. If you read the scriptures, you'd understand that God does not murder. God can kill, but God does not murder. Why is that? Because anyone that God kills, it was a just killing. God does not take innocent life. God gives life. These babies which are knit and formed in the womb, created in the image of God.
Okay, so I'll stop it there. Now, if you're paying attention, you'll notice that, he goes into the whole God doesn't murder thing, which is basically just making an excuse where God can't murder because, God's rules don't apply to him, so murder applies to everyone else except for God. When God kills somebody, it's not murder, it's just killing. But if you listen to the excuse that he made, he said that God doesn't take innocent life. Anybody that God kills is a just killing. Now, I wanted to leave a comment so badly, and I actually did, but then I realized that he blocked me, and so the comment didn't go through. Which, I pretty much every uh, street preaching channel that I've frequented on YouTube has blocked me at this point because I always, leave comments that they can't respond to. But what I wanted to leave so bad is, what about 2 Samuel 12? And I've left this comment before I got blocked on all the other street preaching channels. I left it a lot on their, I left a comment on their channels. And it's always the same. Usually, when you point out something that God does that doesn't line up with what he says, they always make excuses for why it's okay for God to do it. But like this street preacher, he believes that, and that's why he kicks back against abortion so much. He believes that babies are innocent, both unborn and born. So whether unborn or born, if they die, they go to heaven. And so if he believes that the life of a child is innocent, then that means that whenever God kills a child, that he is killing it, taking innocent life. And so 2 Samuel 12 is a perfect example of this because in that scripture, God takes the life of David's newborn son, which I'm sure um, the street preacher Quentin will agree was an innocent life. So here we have a newborn who's innocent according to the standards that he has. But then when God takes that life of that child, that'll be him taking an innocent life. And I really wanted to leave that comment so badly, but I blocked him. He wouldn't see it if I left it. I'm very curious as to how he would respond to that. Although I'm pretty sure he would make an excuse for that, as to say why it was good for, the comment that I've gotten from other street preachers that, well, it's a good thing because the child goes to heaven. Maybe, even though the concept of what's it called, age of accountability is not biblical. But even if that was the case, that still wouldn't take away from the fact that God did take innocent life, which is something that you just said he cannot do or he doesn't do. So I just want to leave a short video in response to what Road Less Traveled a live that he did, I believe it was yesterday, to show how street preachers don't really think about what they say. They just speak from whatever comes to mind, whatever they're feeling at the moment. They don't really think of the implications of what they're saying. And I'm pretty sure if he was able to see my comments, he would have made an excuse for that and still think, after the example I gave him, that God doesn't take innocent life. Even though we have Genesis 6 as an example, God flooding the entire world. We have 1 Samuel 15 with God commanding the killing of the Amalekites. We have Joshua chapter 7 with Joshua taking the life of Achan's children who are innocent. Like, we have so many examples of God taking innocent life, as the street preachers say, because the lives of children are innocent, but yet at the same time, God doesn't take innocent life. And there are so many instances of street preachers believing things that are contradictory. God will take the life of a child, and children are innocent, yet God doesn't take innocent life. How? It really doesn't make sense. The Trinity as well. God is three, but God is one at the same time. Um, I forget what it's called, but Jesus being God and man, with 100% God and 100% man, which doesn't make sense either. There are so many concepts in the Bible that are contradictory, yet Christians are able, specifically street preachers in this case, are able to believe two things that are contradictory to each other. And under normal circumstances, they wouldn't believe contradictory things, but because it's God, it's an exception to the rule, so they believe it. I just wanted to leave a quick video, responding to a live that the street preacher put out. So I hope you enjoyed my talk, and I'll see you in the next one.